Hey everybody, what's up? It's Volvine from Dalton Gaming on YouTube with another World of Warcraft video. In this video is the regular dungeon, regular Cataclysm dungeon, Throne of Tides. This is the second video I recorded, so I'm still typing, unfortunately, and hopefully I can get that changed up pretty soon. My first two videos went up no problem, but the second video where I went kind of full screen with the whole deal messed up pretty bad, so I'm going to stick to the whole smaller version window of this. But right now I'm standing in line doing a little entrance kind of typing deal that really didn't need to be added, but it's whatever. So soon the boss fight will start, and what this video is going to be is I'm just going to be explaining the bosses to you. And I know it's on regular because this tune is not at 85 yet, it's at 84, almost 85 though. And then as soon as I hit 85 I'll start doing heroic dungeons. So we're starting the boss now, I believe. Yep, okay. And the first thing you really want to do with your tank, if you're in the tanking position, which is going to be all this video, is all tanking, so the first thing you're going to want to do is just to kind of move her around a little bit. Don't do too much fancy work. She needs to stay still. And then notice at times during the fight she'll drop a little water AoE that you need to get out of. And it pops up right there. So you have to stand out of that, because if you stand in it for more than 3-4 seconds, a big water shoot's going to come up and eventually it'll do a ton of damage, and in heroics it will kill you. So you're gonna have to keep yourself and your party members out of that. She goes into a move called water sprout, and notice she drops 3 adds, 2 casters and 1 big guy. Do your best to get aggro on these. I know it's kind of tough as a tank, but if you have a mage, a hunter, or anybody who can CC or crowd control, it's probably best that you utilize that move now. And in this one the hunter didn't CC, which even though I told him to, he still didn't listen. So you have to have teammates that are willing to work with you. In heroics it's a must. You have to help the healer and whatnot. So this will just happen again. It's kind of like a rinse and repeat, same deal over again. She doesn't get any stronger. She doesn't have any more abilities added. So yeah. She'll do this water spout move 2 to 3 times. If she does it more than 3 times, then your DPS is probably not where it needs to be to finish the dungeon, even on regular. So I'm going to have the DPS for this dungeon as well. And then you're just going to drop the adds like earlier, try to get a CC in there, and don't break the CC if it happens, because that's happened many times. If you're a DPS, don't break the CC, because that makes everybody mad. Then after this, you just burn her down, and like now, and then this, like I said, it shouldn't happen more than 3 times, which it doesn't in this video. So, and sometimes she likes to throw in like little after sneak attacks like that, and some people aren't really focused on the whole situation that happens, and they'll die from that. Just for getting the loot, other things. You gotta be wary of that and make sure you notice it whenever it happens. In this video, we're gonna be skipping to each boss, so it's gonna do a little typing, and then we're gonna go to the next boss. So yeah, it's kind of crappy because you can see me change it, but I'll try to fix that. Okay, the next boss is a big octopus thing. Dude, McBobber thing of, I don't know, but it's a big octopus. So in order to, what you're going to want to do from the tank's position is, you see a lighter blue circle on the inside, and then you see a darker, almost like a navy colored ring, and then you see a lighter green ring. You want to keep him in a circle, keep him in that area of the green ring. Nothing special happens from this. It just keeps your party members out of the dark void, which he's about to cast. Dark fissure, sorry. And if you stand in that for more than a second, or even 2 seconds, if you stand in that for 2 seconds or even a second, you're going to take an extreme amount of damage. So you want to keep him out, and then he's going to randomly pick a party member, pick him up, and squeeze him. Which is no, you can't do anything about that. It's it's just he's going to have to heal through it. And notice Barthon there stood in it for a little bit, and I saved it with my lay on hands, which was good. But we're just going to go around the room and keep him on the outside. It doesn't really matter in regular, but it matters in heroics for sure. And then I get hit here, yeah, pretty badly, and the healer got me up again. But you're just going to want to keep him around the room. It's not anything, I mean, you can do whatever you want in regulars, it's pretty easy, but in heroics, definitely you want to take him around the room. And then he's going to do another little talking scene, and then it's going to skip to the next boss. So, wait till then. Like I said, sorry about the crappiness of the videos. Second one I recorded, so it's still not the best. And I'm trying to work on the commentary, and I'm trying to work on being more informational with my videos. So, okay, we're at the next boss, and this boss, at first you're going to be kind of surprised if you've never done this before, because the boss is actually sitting on somebody's face. Like it's an octopus, and it's like eating somebody's like face. I don't understand it, but it kind of threw me off at the first anyway. So we'll get the boss fight started here soon. Yeah. Alright, so what's going to happen is, from this tank point of view, is in the first phase you're going to be taking an extreme amount of damage, and what you're going to want to do is keep him away from the raid group or the party group, which I didn't do very well in this video because I think some of them got hit pretty badly. So just keep him away from the party and watch out for things like the big spikes there, and then the fire. It's like a double whammy. So if you get hit by the spikes, if you're in the spikes for 2 seconds, then you get hit by the fire, it's an immediate death. So just be careful of that. When you see the move coming up, just get out of it. And there, see, Barthorn took a lot of damage because I kept him towards him. So you just keep him faced away from the raid group. It's basically the best you can do. Then when he goes about half health, he'll jump off, and he'll kind of float around for a little bit. This is the second phase. He really doesn't do anything important yet, until he randomly picks a person to jump on. He'll randomly pick any person in the group, and you have to attack them to half health. It doesn't really take them to half health. It's as soon as you kill them to half health, it immediately turns back into your party member, and then you go back to 100. They go back to 100%. So if you're a healer, don't be too worried about what happens, because they'll be perfectly fine as long as you have the DPS to get them off their head. And then we go to the third phase. The third phase is after they come off the person's head, and he'll float around a little bit. And this time he has a move called anti-magic shield. And the anti-magic shield is, well, pretty self-explanatory. It absorbs magic, but instead of just absorbing, it heals him as well. Also, he drops poison. You have to be careful of that. But as you notice, it'll heal him. But the biggest, this fight's so hard on heroics is because he gets healed tremendously by this, by the anti-shield. Usually mages are the biggest fault of that. But basically it's just a burn phase. Don't really stay out of the poison, and don't use magic whenever you're doing it. Whenever he has the anti-magic shield up. And I got this crab trinket for the boss, which is what I needed to go farther in the dungeons, like stone corn, things like that. And then I'll do another little typing bit here. Redfall, yeah. Yep. Okay, and then I'm gonna pause it here and go to the next boss. Okay, now we're at the last boss, and I like this boss fight very much because it reminds me a lot of raids. It's pretty fun, actually. So you gotta save Neptulon, and you can't let him get hit by any of these things, and you gotta kill Osmod at the end or something. I think that's his name. I don't know, but you have to. What you're gonna do at the beginning is you're going to you have to click on him to talk. So it'll show you here in just a minute after I get done typing. It's ridiculous. Yeah, keep talking. Keep talking. Keep talking. Okay, here we go. You just walk up to him and click on him and talk to him. ready to go. And in the first phase, there's just a bunch of ads that come out. First little bit of them are murlocs, which isn't really anything too bad, so I wouldn't be worried about them at all. Actually, it doesn't matter if your group gets attacked by them. It's all right. And then they'll spawn out caster guys, the Mind Lashers, and these guys cast shadow magic. So I mean, just get aggro on them, and there's nothing really else to do. And then behemoths are another story. They're pretty big guys, and in heroics, they'll put a serious amount of damage on you with their little AoE move, where they go up into the sky, come down, and smash you. You have 4 or 5 seconds to get out of that, which is pretty easy, but some people don't, and they take an immediate amount of damage, and it can even one-shot you on heroics. But in regulars, it's not really to worry about. So, got another Mind Lasher. There should be about 2 or 3 Mind Lashers, and then a whole horde of murlocs that come out. But nothing too big, nothing you guys can't, nothing anybody can't handle. Okay, I see little murloc dudes. And don't be discouraged if your group gets aggro from the murlocs, because they're not like they're gonna wipe a group. The murlocs are pretty, well, not tough, so it's not like they're gonna destroy an entire group. And then this should be the last Mind Lasher. And it'll go to the second phase. Yeah, when he said, when Neptilon says the beast has returned, it must not pollute my waters, that's when you know the second phase is up. What you'll see is the boss will drop a bunch of faceless sappers, and the faceless sappers need to be DPS'd by your DPS. And he'll also drop down blight beasts. Blight beasts are what the tank needs to pull around. They do shadow damage on you, so you got to be careful of that. Also, the black crap on the ground, don't stand in that, because it stacks on you every second you're in it, and you'll take an increasing amount of shadow damage. So you got to be careful of that. Not doing a very good job of that in this video because it's regular and not a lot of damage happens, but you should probably do it the first time. Just for experience purposes. And there should be 3 or 4 of these blight beasts. You gotta kind of kite around the room, just to keep them off your party while they do DPS on the sapper. And really, the only person that needs to be healed right now is the tank himself for having these guys. If your DPS is skilled enough to stay out of the black stuff, which sometimes is not their fault. Okay, and that's the 3rd one down. So now, our 4th one down. So now you go into a 3rd phase. I call this the fun phase because, well, it is pretty fun. So what you do is you become huge, as you can see right now, giant. And usually I can find Osmot, but I'm not having very much luck in this video. Barathorn seems to find him. But what you do is you do a tremendous amount of damage on Osmot. See, there's 100. There's 102 right there. I mean, you just do an amazing amount of damage on him, and then it's over. Like, you just take him all the way down to 0, and it's all done. And then that's the fun part of the boss. I mean, the whole fight's pretty fun, but it's pretty interesting as well. So that's Throne of Tides on regular difficulty, nothing too hard. Like I said, as soon as I get to 85 on this tune, I'll be doing heroics and things like that. So if you guys could just rate, subscribe, and comment on my video. I need somebody to comment. I need people to comment on my video for the 1 through 85 series I'm planning. Also, I'm going to be doing something with my friend John here, because he hasn't played before and he kind of wants to do it. So I'm going to be his mentor of such things, I guess. I don't know. But great group, great pug group. They actually listened, except for the hunter. But it doesn't matter because it's regular. So thanks again for watching. Remember to like my videos and subscribe. I'll talk to you all later. Bye.